Happy Monday. Happy Coffee Talk Monday with Dr. Michelle. How are you? You ready for an awesome week? I'm ready for an awesome week. And I love kicking my week off with these. I hope they are incredibly helpful for you. And if you have any thoughts or suggestions about topics or things that you want me to talk about, send them my way. Today, I want to talk a little bit about imagery. Why imagery? Because it is such a powerful tool. And it's a powerful tool that you can utilize to help develop, overcome physical and mental and emotional things in your business, sport, or performance without having to actually do that thing. What? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I want to kick us off by talking a little bit about the difference between visualization and imagery. So, visualization is awesome when done right, but it's only seeing the thing that you want to do or you want to do right. Imagery, on the other hand, for me, is a step above, a notch up. Because it includes sensory information, sight, sound, smell, taste, when appropriate, when it supports your growth and development. It's kind of like watching a movie. It's like, ooh, 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 senses are popping, and yeah, it makes it a full, well-rounded experience. And when it's a full, well-rounded experience, those thoughts, that image, fires to your muscles as if that thing is actually happening. So it supports the positive reinforcement of whatever it is that you want to do. It supports you seeing it and then doing it in the right way. And it helps support building of muscle memory for new experiences, for challenging experiences, dealing with emotional experiences. I can't say enough about it, honestly. It's awesome. I would say that many of my clients who have used imagery have found nothing but benefits and success from it. I love it. So, how do you start to think about imagery versus visualization? Well, let me give you some steps. The first is you want to think about the experience you're wanting to develop or change from start to finish. Can't be a big, huge 2 or 4 hour experience. And then you sit and you bullet point all of the steps. Just think from start to finish. What has to happen here? What makes this experience good? What makes it positive? And you just bullet point those out. And then you take all of those bullet points and you write it into a paragraph. Once you have that paragraph, read through it. I often suggest that you have somebody else read it to you so you can go, yeah, that sounds fine. That sounds good. I think this is missing, right? Because sometimes when we're going through it ourselves, we can't quite catch areas where you might be missing something or something's not quite right. Once you have the paragraph that seems like it's pretty good, then you think about what senses are involved in this experience. Sight, sound, smell, taste, feel. Don't just add sensory information to add it. Add it if it makes the experience complete, right, positive. And then just go in and sort of put those in there where they make sense, if they make sense. There's some that usually make sense, like feel, sound, sight. Taste doesn't always make sense. Smell doesn't always make sense. But go in and see where in that paragraph might some sensory information make sense. And then go back into that paragraph and think about what I call where you might be able to put any words of strength. For example, one of my athletes put in her imagery script that her legs felt like pistons. I'm not saying that you have to do that, but something similar. Just positive, powerful words that elicit like, yeah, I got this, or I can do this, or whatever. It's now at this point where sometimes clients have to go through and rewrite the paragraph or the imagery script, and then read through it, have someone read it to you, and then I suggest that you audio record it. Why? Well, in days past where we didn't have a lot of ways to audio record, clients would read through their script, which was totally fine, but now you can put your earphones in and just listen to it. Close your eyes, sit back, take some deep breaths, relax, and let it sink in. So it's so much easier and nicer because you don't have to try to read and see it at the same time, which is amazing. Once you have this imagery script, then I suggest that you listen to it just before bed and first thing in the morning, if you can. Why? Well, just before bed, you take that into your sleep, into your dreams, which sort of reinforces that. And then first thing in the morning reinforces all that. And generally, an imagery script, an audio of an imagery script is usually no more than 30 seconds to a minute at the most. The other place that I recommend that you utilize this is if there is an area in that imagery script that is more challenging, I suggest that clients use that as kind of like a ticker tape that runs through your brain on occasion, right? You're thinking about this one thing that's a challenge and like, oh, let me imagine this. For example, I did an imagery script a couple weeks ago with one of my elite tennis players. And we did an imagery script around her serve. So she bullet pointed out her serve from start to finish, every step that needed to be in there, including her pre-serve routine, all the sensory information. She included strong, powerful words in there where it made sense. And then audio recorded it. And she listened to it at night and she listened to it in the morning. But there's one area in there for her, which was the ball toss, that is challenging for her. So whenever she is thinking about her serve, or even more specifically, thinking about her challenging ball toss, she really just focuses in on that little piece of the imagery script. So it's sort of like recorrecting over and over and over again, and building that new bridge in her brain. You know, there's a lot of teachers and coaches out there that talk to their students and athletes about visualization, and I just want to say thumbs up. I really always appreciate whenever there is a conversation like that brought in. This, though, just takes it up a notch. And even if you don't necessarily have time to go through this with your performers, your athletes, your business people, you can always jot this information down on a piece of paper and talk to them about it, because this full, more well-rounded experience can be just so incredibly helpful. So, try your imagery script, pull it together around something that you want to grow, develop, change, deal with in a different way. I think all those are pretty much saying the same thing, but you get where I'm going, right? And if you have questions, feel free to reach out. Email me. Go through my site. Send me a contact message. I'm here to help. This is Dr. Michelle with Coffee Talk Monday, and I hope you have a great week. Take care, and I'll see you next week.